You know what I've decided? AI generators need to work on their hands. It's gonna get wonky. Let's head to the lab.
Time to wake up, wind up, and cue up with another excellent BandLab track.
Over here on the lab, we've got Ghosts in the Machine by Oshi_Kiri, OSHI_KIRI, out of Tokyo, Japan, repping 8.48 thousand followers. We've had Oshi on the show before, and it looks like this one is also with Artillery Keys at ARTILLERY_KEYS. These guys coming together as a pair do some pretty awesome stuff. So without further ado, let's take a listen. We're doing the fade in. Ooh, a little vocalizing. Oshi says, depression is like a bruise that never goes away. A bruise in your mind, you just have to be careful not to touch it where it hurts.
You tried to walk away, there's nothing more to say. You locked me in this cage, laughing as I decay. You took a piece of me, leaving me empty.
Ooh.
I just learned my lesson.
I love auto-tune.
If I was the one in fault, emotion shattered.
Looks like we're in for a roller coaster ride.
Lost my self-respect.
Ooh, some filtered vocals. Real ambient. I want to hear that delay. Dadgum. So intense. Wow. I love the distinction between upfront vocal and ambient vocal. And now group vocal. Wow, we're really getting this really great dynamics with the screaming, the ambience, the upfront, and the overall vibe. There we go. Clipping the audio for effect. It's just insane and crazy and but like so close. So hot on the mic. And then we transfer to that really soft vocal. As we kind of pick back up, we've got the filtered instrumental that's going to bring us into this ending here. And it looks like we're going to get one more chorus. Man, this hits so hard. I like how we ended that. This is awesome. You guys really came for this track. Like, you put everything in there and you came to play. What an excellent, excellent track. Now, let's just jump into two things I love and one thing I want more of. The first thing I love in this track is the dynamics. Look at this. We start on a fade in. We go crazy. We add a filter. And then we go nuts on the chorus. That's not all, though. We keep going here. Back into a verse. The verse is going to lead us into this intense moment. The intense moment's going to take us into some really ambient and soft vocals. And to contrast and offset that, we're going to get one more chorus at full bore. That is the first thing I love. So many pieces of dynamic art here, whether it's the fade in, whether it's letting the reverb ring out on the ending, the really up close, overdriven, distorted vocal on the screams, the soft ambient vocals that are filtered, or the soaring high flying choruses. That is the first thing I love. It is excellent. The second thing I love about this track, and by the way, where are my lyrics? But the second thing I love about this track is the way that we're doing the chorus here. We have this swap, and it's going to be a little bit with regard to dynamics again, but we have this very specific shift before the chorus. You can hear that not only do we have a dynamic shift with filters and letting the auto-tune ring out and the reverb with the filtered track and drums before we kind of open it all up, but we also have lyrics that are a little more sparse. I'm still here. These sparse lyrics. And we let that resonate with the listener. I'm still here. And then we go into a more wordy, like yelling, whether you're yelling at yourself in the chorus or yelling at someone else or just conveying your frustration, we get more words because the volcano has erupted. So it's, I'm still here. And then we get into, and I'm not sure if it's both Oshi and artillery, but they have this back and forth vocal going on where they're almost stepping on each other, but not quite. And it's a really great call and response for the chorus. That is the second thing I love, the way that we are using the sparsity of lyrics to let them sink in before we just go to town on whatever we're angry with. So great. What a great shift. So much dynamic awesomeness in this track. Those are the two things I love. If there's one thing I want more of in this track, I think I want the vocal recording to be, maybe just a little bit different. It gets muddy in places, and we're not talking about the intentional craziness of the screaming. Like, we know that's supposed to be distorted, but I think there could be something cleaner in these verses and in this chorus. The verse itself almost has a cleaner approach than the chorus, like we're a little too hot on the mic in the chorus, because in the verse we have this clean sound.
I never mattered even if I was the one in fault.
And it's almost like the vocal is sitting on top of the track rather than mixed as part of the track. I think that's what's going on here. Maybe we have just a mix concern because they both are sounding great to me, but they're not sounding like a cohesive unit. It's like the vocal was created for a track that already existed, when if we do a little bit of carving with EQ, we can make it sound like the track and the vocal were created together and for this specific purpose. Now, I could be wrong. This could have been the case from the beginning, but I hear a couple little things in there that make the vocal stand, or rather sit on top of the track rather than shine through the track. And I think that's the one thing that I want more of. I want just a little bit of an adjustment. I want the vocal and the track to kind of glue a little bit better. Other than that, this is just a phenomenal track. I very much enjoyed it. Very much have this on repeat. And I'm not sure, just in case I haven't yet, I'm going to go ahead and add it to my vibe playlist because I definitely vibe on that. Great work, Oshikiri and Artillery Keys. And you know what? Everyone should jump over and follow both of them on BandLab. Oshikiri, Artillery Keys. And hey, while you're over there, go ahead and follow DJ Tatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, thanks for waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent track with me. And we will see you next time.
To the left.
Excellent track. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. That's right, it's me. Hi. I'm caffeine addicted, it's me. So today we've got Walking Contradict over here on the lab by Brittany Spencer. She dropped it on January 17th, 2024. And of course, this is Brittany Spencer, who is verified by BandLab with 158,000 followers. That's right, all artists are welcome here. They don't just have to have low follower count. It's really anyone that's making great music. She's out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And she's right here in the US of A. She's got lyrics for us on Walking Contradict and currently has 385 likes on a song with 2.77 thousand plays. The song says, incredible guitar by @DirtyTurkey. I absolutely fell in love with your instrumental. A song about love that you just want to forget. Maybe that's why I can't get you out of my mind. You're just the drug to make me feel so alive. Let's take a listen.
We're a couple of drinks down on your side of town. I don't remember your name, but I sure do remember how we kissed in the art district. It was so eccentric, and then I left you hanging, telling you I felt different.
This is very singer-songwriter. I'm getting like these Sheryl Crow, Jewel vibes.
I didn't want you, I wanted him. How do I get out of this? He's always in my head. I'm such a contradict, but you don't get me like he does. He give me romance and the love hours, his music.
That was good. I like that.
Love songs, maybe that's why I can't get you out of my mind. You're just the drug to make me feel so alive. But this bullshit
Those vocal stacks sound
makes me
great.
lose my mind. Why are you here? Why can't you go? Just disappear.
It's like this Eric Clapton wash style guitar from the 90s mixed with this singer-songwriter Jewel, Sheryl Crow vibe. I'm really here for this.
No boundaries are found. Wearing your two-diamond crown. Talking to girls who don't even have their life figured out. 'Cause you just really miss them. Can't take them off your wish list of girls you wanna get with. Maybe that's why I can't get you out of my mind. You're just a drug to make me feel so alive. But this push and pull makes me
was good. I enjoyed the syncopated to the more drawn out. That was good.
Go ahead and take my body, my money, my time and love. I bet you search for me, but you can't find me in anyone. My heart belongs to you. I hate
That's
it,
sad.
but it's true. I wish you were someone that I had to lose. So a couple of drinks down on your side of town.
Bring it back to the beginning.
I don't remember your name, but I'm sure do
Good way to
remember
bookend it.
how
Good songwriting.
we kissed in the art district. It was so eccentric, and then I left you hanging, telling you I felt different. Ooh, I was in my head. Your lips don't taste like my ex. I didn't want you, I wanted them. Maybe that's why I can't get you out of my mind. You're just the drug to make me feel so alive. But this push and pull makes me lose my mind. Why are you here? Why can't you go? Just disappear.
Then we faded out. Nice. Really great track. I very much enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the lyrics, Brittany. I hear the whole story about the ex and trying to numb the pain and how you wish your heart didn't belong to the person that broke it. This is a great track. Let's head to two things I love and one thing I want more of. So we know that this is a great guitar track from Peter Leonard or Dirty Turkey over on BandLab, but I want to focus in on the lyrics and the songwriting specifically because that's kind of what Brittany did to it. First things first, the vocal stacks and the way that we choose to use dynamics by adding more or taking away some additional doubles is really great here. It adds thickness, depth, width, and creates a really solid vocal. Let's take a listen to a little bit of, or rather a few examples of this. That's the first thing I love.
It was so eccentric, and then I left you
I'm hearing
hanging,
one vocal
telling you
here.
I felt different. Oh, I was in my head. Your lips don't taste like my ex.
Okay,
I
when we
didn't
get-
want you, I wanted them. Oh, how do I get out
When we
of
get out to this
He's
chorus,
always in
maybe?
my head. I'm such a
We'll get those
conjurer,
layers.
but you don't get me like he does. He give me romance and the love hours, his music and his
A pre-chorus.
poems and love songs. Maybe
Here it
that's
is.
why I can't get you out of my mind.
And it's a thick vocal because of the vocal layers, but I'm not hearing a ton of saturation so far as things like reverb and delay are concerned.
You're just the drug to make me feel.
I do hear a little bit of that, but mostly I'm hearing these stacks create this really cool chorus sound. I imagine they're compressed and that there might be a little bit of stereo widening on there in whatever form that takes. Maybe not. Maybe it's just vocals panned this way or that way. But the way that we transition from a single vocal that's doing a lot of work here.
Don't taste like my ex. I didn't want you, I wanted them. That's why I can't get you out of my mind.
The other thing that's great about this is it really gives us the ability to hone in on singer-songwriter. We're not focused on production so much as we are on the talent of the artist, being able to double and triple that vocal without creating any odd or rather oddities on the track. So really great job taking the doubles and making them become the FX on the track. Sometimes less is more, and in this case, that really screams to that 90s singer-songwriter sound. Now, the second thing I love is going to be the way that we choose to sing all of these words. You can hear in the beginning that when Brittany starts singing, it sounds like this.
We kissed in the art district. It was so
We kissed in the art district. It was so eccentric, right? So we get some of that. But then we get towards the pre-chorus here.
I didn't want you, I wanted them. Oh, how do I get out of this?
So we transition from that normal singing style to that wordy like really ramping up to this chorus. And what's great is that we ramp up and then we go into the doubles. So really both things that I love about this song kind of complement each other. And this isn't the only time this happens, where we go from a single vocal to a single urgent vocal or wordy vocal into vocal layers that create a very straightforward, like, yes, we are in the chorus now, and that's just how it is. Later in the track, we get over here. I want to say it's the bridge, but let's take a listen, because we have a part where the vocal becomes very syncopated. Bop, 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 bop. And then the second half of whether it's the verse or the bridge, we're going to find it, starts to smooth out. Bop, 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 ba, 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 ma, na, na, na. And it gives us really all these different things for our ears to latch onto. So while we're being told a story, we're also being given something to do, so that that story is not just passive, but in fact is slightly active should you choose to participate with your ears. Let's see what we got.
Go ahead and take my body, my money, my time and love. I bet you search for me, but you can't find me. And anyone might belongs to you. I hate it, but it's true.
Wordy, which is great. We're telling a story.
So a couple of drinks down on your side of town.
And I love how it comes back here. So towards the end of this chorus here, we get this wordy. So we got that really syncopated, why are you here, why can't you go? And then we get back over here and we really draw it out. Really great the way that we're transitioning from the different types of singing, the different types of cadence, almost like a rapper would do. Really enjoy that. Those are the two things that I love. You know what? If there was one thing that I want more of in this track, I think that it comes down to a part of the song that is not an instrumental, where we cut out some more vocals. All of our cadence is phenomenal, and it's varied, and it changes, and it shifts, and it's so well done. But I think what I want to hear is I want to hear a part where maybe on this verse 3 where we go back to, so we're a couple drinks down on your side of town, maybe we just have had too many drinks, and instead of we're a couple drinks down on your side of town, we're losing our words.
So a couple of drinks down on your side of town.
So we're a couple of drinks down on your side of town. But now we've maybe had a couple of drinks. So what if we slow the whole track? We're a couple of drinks down. Da-na-na-na. right? I would love to slow that down, and instead of doing this pre-chorus back into the chorus thing, if we just take this and do it as if we're gonna go back to verse 1, instead of we're a couple of drinks down your side of town, it's we're a couple of drinks down. And I know that you have the vocal prowess to be able to maybe do a run on that. Couple of drinks down. Maybe that's why I can't get you out of my mind. Right? We can really, really zoom into that last chorus. Does it shorten the song? Yes, it does. But I think that that would give us a really cool dynamic to tell us this is the end and we're going full bore. But in order to go full bore, we have to pull something back so that our mind catches the shift on that final. So what a great track. What great songwriting. Really awesome 90s vibe with the guitar and the singer-songwriter feel. Those are the two things I love, the one thing I want more of. So everyone needs to jump on over, if you're not already, to BandLab and follow Brittany Spencer, repping 158,000 followers. And if you like this instrumental, maybe jump on over and follow at Dirty Turkey as well, Peter Leonard, for that kind of forkable material. You know what you can also do while you're over there? You can also follow DJ Tatious on YouTube, BandLab, or, wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, thank you so much for waking up, winding up, and queuing up with another excellent BandLab track, and we will see you next time.
Rich, bold, Folgers, coffee. Is there anything better than that? I say no. To the left.
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. Thanks for waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent track with us. Today we've got Yo Yeti out of Atlanta, Georgia. A hip-hop artist on the lab, repping 289 followers and following 76 people. Their track, My Letter, was sent over to me via message, which you can too. And I'm ready to take a listen. We've got our lyrics all locked in. It says it's his story. It's their story. Trust issues got me watching my back. Muddy shoes, dirty work I track. I did it to myself. Can't put the blame on no one else. Truth is, the worst pain my heart has ever felt. Let's take a listen.
Hey, yo, Pluto, you going brazen?
Sounds like a baked-in track.
And anyone who listen, I'm a son of God and I'm strong, so strong. I can get through anything, I can right my wrongs. I can live a prosperous life, I can live it long. Trust issues got me watching my back. Muddy shoes,
Nice.
dirty
Double
work,
up on
I
that
track. I
vocal.
did it to myself, can't put the blame on no one else. Truth is, it's the worst pain my heart has ever felt. Apologies up in my head, I got a list of hurt people. Some won't accept it, but I'll tell them when I see them. At least I did my part, it's up to them to face the evil. We all human beings, God made us all equal. I got love for everybody, that wasn't me who screwed y'all over. Possessed by the drugs, I was once a devil soldier. Monkey on my back, up in my ear, he a controller. Telling sweet lies, false facts was the motive. Happy 1 minute, then I'm sad, bipolar. Full of so much life, till the high was done and over. Sick the next day, I can't take it being sober. Time to say goodbye to the drugs, I need my closure. God, please forgive me for I sinned so many times. God, I know you hear me, you've been right here by my side. Take away my pain, God, I want a better life. I no longer live for the devil, I'ma win this fight.
Boom.
This is my life, and if I wanna live it, I'ma make sure I do it right. This is my life, and if I wanna live it, I'ma make
Double
sure I
up on
do
that
it
tag.
right. Let it to myself and anyone who listen. I'm a son of God and I'm strong, so strong. I can get through anything, I can right my wrongs. I can live a prosperous life, I can live it long. Let it to myself and anyone who listen. I'm a son of God and I'm strong, so strong. I can get through anything, I can right my wrongs. I can live a prosperous life, I can live it long. Let it to myself and anyone who listen. I'm a son of God and I'm strong, so strong. I can get through anything, I can right my wrongs. I can live a prosperous life, I can live it long. Let it to myself and anyone who listen. I'm a son of God and I'm strong, so
Sounds like
strong.
we're gonna ride
I
the
can
hook
get through
all the way
anything,
out.
I can right my wrongs. I can live a prosperous life, I can live it long.
You need like Aloe Black in the background. I can live it long. Whoa. Give me a break, it's 5 a.m.
Truth is, this the worst pain my heart has ever felt.
I do like the choice to go back to ad-libs.
Truth is, this the worst pain my heart has ever felt.
Pitch shifted vocal chops for the win. Nice. At 2 minutes and 50 seconds, My Letter by Yo Yeti out of Atlanta, Georgia. What a great song. And you know what's really great about BandLab is that you're going to find a ton of different styles of art being conveyed for our consumption, but hopefully for more than that, for the fulfillment of the people creating these things. Lyrics, trust issues got me watching my back. Muddy shoes, dirty work I track. We read those. So apologies up in my head. I got a list of hurt people. Some won't accept it, but I'll tell them when I see them. At least I did my part. It's up to them to face the evil. We're all human beings. God made us all equal. I got love for everybody. That wasn't me who screwed all over. Possessed by the drugs, I was once the devil's soldier. To me, this reads like a short story. You know what? Let's head into two things I love and one thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this is that short story element. Yes, we can talk about a lot of stuff here. There's a lot to unpack. However, the first thing I love is we've got a short story concept. It's almost like one large verse, but instead we're almost getting, I don't know, I wouldn't call it slam poetry, but more like back in medieval times, you get the bard singing the song about the champion or the hero. This track's like that. It makes me think of a story told through music that gets passed down through generations. And, I mean, it sounds like triumph, the idea that there was something wrong. We're on the up and up, and we're trying to make amends. In this letter to myself and anyone who will listen, I'm a son of God and I'm strong, so strong. I can get through anything, I can right my wrongs. I can live a prosperous life, I can live it long. Really great idea here on that hook as well. But the story itself reading like a poem or like a bard's song is really neat to me because it's something that I don't typically see. A lot of times we just get a lot of gibberish being spit and they're like, I can rap fast. It's like, yeah, well, cool. A lot of people can rap fast, but now you've given us this look into your life and into your story, and that's far more poignant than someone who can just spit some bars. The second thing I love is actually how we went about doing the vocal layering. We come back to the beginning here and hit play.
And anyone who listen, I'm a son of God and I'm strong, so strong.
We've got the single vocal giving us the hook. And then we're going to jump into Trust Issues Got Me Watching My Back in that verse. But when we do, we're actually going to add a layer of vocal, and we're going to do the auto-tune layer, the layer that makes us sound a little more robotic. Oftentimes it's done on one note. So if the line was, Trust Issues Got Me Watching My Back, then the other layer would be, Trust Issues Got Me Watching My Back. And the reason that it does that is it adds a texture that creates this really robotic auto-tune sound. And I like that. So let's take a listen.
Prosperous life, I can live it long. Trust issues got me watching my back. Muddy shoes, dirty work, I trade. I did it to myself, can't put the blame on no one else.
So you can not only hear that really computerized auto-tune sound, which is one of my favorite things in the world. But you can also hear that the second layer that's doing kind of the robotic stuff is also doing more of a yell. So one layer is us saying, man, trust issues got me watching my back. And then the other layer is the flip side of that coin saying, trust issues got me watching my back. There are so many emotions happening. When you put a piece of art like this out, my interpretation of these layers, whether it be intentional or otherwise, is the dichotomy of I'm at peace, but there's also a tension of can I follow through? And so I really enjoy this layering and the way this conveys that.
Truth is, it's the worst pain my heart has ever felt. Apologies up in my head, I got a list of hurt people. Some won't accept it, but I'll tell them when I see them.
Really great texture is what that adds. And then when we come towards the end here, we're back to the hook.
Prosperous life, I can live it long. Let it to myself and anyone who listens. I'm a
But
son
this
of God and
time,
I'm strong,
we've
so
got the
strong.
layers as well.
I can get through anything, I can right my wrongs. I can live a prosperous life, I can live it long.
That's what I'm talking about. There's something to be said for layering in the vocals, the way that they're layered in here, and for creating the kind of texture that gives us a lower element, letter to myself and anyone who listen, and a higher element, letter to myself and anyone who listen. It creates this really nice texture for the vocal. So we have a really great story. It's being backed up by vocal layering that makes it dynamic and fun to listen to. And then we have a cool hook. Letter to myself and anyone who will listen. I'm a son of God and I'm strong, so strong. I can get through anything. I can right my wrongs. I can live a prosperous life. I can live it long. Those are the two things I love. If there was one thing I want more of, I think it really just has more to do with how we mix the vocal into the track. It sounds like it might be a baked in track where everything's just kind of one track and we did our vocals over that. Nothing wrong with that. It just often makes it harder to make them sound cohesive. So maybe a little bit of EQ carving. I have a video on that in my videos, and I think that would help substantially. But otherwise, this is an excellent letter to myself. My Letter by Yo Yeti. It's heartfelt. It tells us a story. It's got vocal dynamics that keep the listener engaged. I think at the end of the day, this is just an excellent track. So everyone should jump on over to BandLab and follow Yo Yeti at Yo Yeti, YOYETTI, out of Atlanta, Georgia. And let's go ahead and give the track a love. And you know what? While we're over there, go ahead and follow DJ Tatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, thanks again for waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent BandLab track with me, and we will see you next time. Hot coffee, awesome music. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track right here, right now on BandLab Plus Coffee. To the left. Wind up, queue up. Wind up, queue up. Wind up, queue up. Wind up, queue up. Excellent track. Over here on BandLab, we've got Nita CX at Nita CX8, NITACX8, out of Kissimmee, Florida, USA, repping 6.47 thousand followers. And today we're going to be listening to her song Long to Be. It was sent to me by Angified at Angified. So thanks a lot. I very much appreciate that, Angie. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Okay, I like this already. Nice. Ooh, it's forkable. Love the auto-tune. Really digging on the ambience everywhere. I wish I had lyrics though. Ooh, that was cool. The instrumental is so simple and the vocal is so ambient. It's creating a really neat atmosphere. This really reminds me of a collaboration between Union Station and Alison Krauss, which you wouldn't think of it that way because genre-wise they're not necessarily the same. But this really soft acoustic and these ambient vocals, Union Station and Alison Krauss, even though they're in the bluegrass genre, that's where my head goes for this, which... Excellent fade out on that. Union Station and Alison Krauss is where my head goes on this, and it's phenomenal. Let's jump right into it. 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is the ambience. We hear it all the way through, but the vocal ambience. And not just the fact that there is vocal ambience, because let's be real, it's BandLab plus coffee. We're listening to the musical taste, we're listening to the musical creative aspects of these tracks, and we're doing our best to actively listen. When we actively listen, we hear things that we don't hear and might only feel if we passively listen. When you hear music, it's much different than when you listen to music. So when we listen to this vocal ambience, I'll explain what I love about it. Starting right there, you've got a long decay reverb, which is not only really just perfect for filling space in this kind of a track, but we've also, it sounds like, got a little bit of a delay on that vocal, which is giving us a really nice natural delay on the vocal. If we listen to it, it sounds natural. A very natural sounding delay. But then we move a little further into the song, and this is where that ambience begins to take shape. So on this next little peak in the waveform, you're going to hear a vocal layer on the ambience for the lyrics. It's not going to be crazy. It's just going to be an additional textural layer that's going to almost change the shape and sound of what we're hearing. Listen. Really awesome. Bringing in that harmony to add that texture, and only in that little collide moment. You have the collide and the collide up higher. So it's 5 a.m., okay? Leave me alone. So then we keep listening to the vocal ambience, and now we're going to start to get manual delay. In music, you can use a delay plugin, or in BandLab, you can use a delay FX button, and it'll create these really excellent delays, whether you want to ping pong and echo, or just a slap to create space. But here we have a manual delay. It sounds like, I could be wrong, I've been wrong many times before, but it sounds like Nita is actually recording her own vocal delay, referenced by the fact that sometimes they're not the same words that are delaying, but now you're going to hear an offset to the vocal, which creates more ambience. Right there. So you've got her saying my heart, but then you've got the background with some vocalizing on heart and then story. Man, what an excellent way to create vocal ambience in a track. This is proof that a lot of times, even if you're actively listening to music, that's when you really hear the nuances. But when you're listening to music, music should be felt too. And there is not a ton of instrumentation, or there's probably a really great vocal chain behind this, but not a ton of processing. We're not getting vocal chops. We're not getting heavily distorted or saturated vocals. We're getting vocal ambience with the use of reverb, delay, and recording techniques. It's excellent, and that's the first thing I love. The second thing I love in this track is this guitar track. Listen to it in the beginning, and then we're going to kind of jump through the track. Do 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 do. Hear how simple that is. Not only hear how simple that is, but hear the background. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So we've got a low end of the EQ spectrum, low end of the decibel range, frequency range. We've got the low mid range that's playing. We've got a little bit of that shimmer from those high end strings, those lower like E strings, E string rather, and it's just a guitar handling every element of the frequency spectrum that's giving us this nice full sound with not a lot of instrumentation. Let's go to the middle of the song and take a listen. Excellent. This is just what I wanted to hear. That guitar doesn't change much, but it creates these full sounds to complement the voice. And it almost sounds like it layers up. It doubles up to create more thickness as we get deeper into the track. And when you listen to an instrument like a guitar that's plucking or strumming, it often creates these harmonics or even these melodies that you don't hear or maybe don't intend. So we've got the dun 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 dun, and then we've got the ding dong ding dong ding dong, and then the do 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 do, the actual melody that's playing through. But all these things come together with this one style of guitar, this simple instrumentation that creates a complex bed for these vocals to just go to town and be incredibly ambient on. That is the second thing I love. What an excellent track. Long to Be by Nita CX was released just before 2024 jumped. It's got 41 likes now, including our own, 145 plays. Considered folk, and it's forkable. So lab coats, jump on there. Everyone needs to jump on over to BandLab and follow at NitaCX8 at a kiss of me. And you know what? While you're over there, go ahead and follow DJ Tatious on BandLab, YouTube, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, thanks for waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent BandLab track with me. And we will see you next. Oh, what's this? This just in. Oh, next Monday's BandLab. Well, next Monday is the only day on the calendar that has a meaning, a sentence when you say it, if you will. March 4th. March 4th. and it just so happens to be my birthday. So we'll see y'all
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. Oh, and did I mention it's my birthday? To the lab!
It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track.
Over here on the lab, we've got Gooey Demise, the non-explicit version for DJT. Look, I'm not gonna lie, one of the reasons I picked this song is to encourage y'all. If you have an explicit track that just has some swears in it, all you have to do is edit them out. I will post that video on BandLab today for my favorite BandLab editing tricks to clean up your explicit tracks for radio use. You gotta have a radio edit. You gotta have a clean edit. I think it was even, who was it? Was it Dr. Dre? Someone was talking on a panel once saying, you gotta have 8 versions of your track, blah, 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 and 2 of them were clean edit and radio edit. Not everyone wants explicit stuff on their shows, and you can get your music out to twice as many people just by creating a clean version. So here we've got Gooey Demise, the non-explicit version for DJT from Neon_Shadowworks. Neon Shadowworks repping 776 followers. Someone get him to that jackpot. And it is at NEON_SHADOWWORKS. Songs clock in at 2 minutes and 10 seconds. 6 plays so far, 2 likes. Let's take a listen. Oh, we're gonna fade it in. Hi, I'm Neon. I make all music genres to please everyone's taste, but my main genres are funk and dubstep. Let's go! What's that dance? Bounce. A lot of energy here. A lot of low end. This is what I need at 5 a.m. I need one of those Windows XP visualizers for this song to just show me the harmony. Neon Shadowworks songs always make me want to go to battle. Like, primed and ready to go. Let's go! That was good. I like that a lot. It almost sounds like the vocalist saying, pick a lover. So good. Neon Shadowworks, nice track. Released on February 29th, only a few days ago. As some calendars might say, pre-DJT birthday. And now we're on DJT birthday. And that's how calendars work, I think. I'm relatively sure. So Gooey Demise by Neon Shadowworks. This is just a fun track. 2 minutes and 10 seconds of adrenaline, pulse pounding, heart beating, go time. That's what this is. Let's jump into 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is that it's go, go, go. Like, this waveform is not for show. This thing tops out and just goes to town. Yes. The low end, it kind of slaps past peak a lot, but the raw energy that this track brings to the table is phenomenal for getting whatever passionate feeling you have from your body to your car steering wheel. Just a lot of this happening. Right, giving us that stank face. That's good. And that's the first thing I love is all this energy. Listen to this. Really distorted kick that just knocks around the whole track. Really, really enjoy it. The second thing that I really love about this track is I guess what I'd call the melody line or the melody synth that's doing the dun 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 dun. Let's hear that one. Yep. You can hear that in here when they pull all the bass, or the kick away, the drums rather. And then we move back into the drums. But that melody synth is really great. It's almost like a Mortal Kombat vibe back in the 90s, some 90s techno. Don't nobody listen to techno. That's one place where Eminem was wrong, though, because everybody loves techno, especially DJ T, and that's me. So, really, really enjoy that melody synth. Dun, 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 dun. It gets stuck in your head. It keeps you moving and grooving. And then you bring in those real thick drums, and you've got just a banger the whole way through. Now, if there's one thing I'd say I want more of, and you'd be like, DJ T, we know you already said it, the bass. Yes, I would remix the drums to make that melody synth shine more. But that's not actually, I think that's a choice here. Those overdriven kicks, I believe that's a choice. I've heard enough of Neon's stuff to know that that is the choice he makes with his drums. Now, that being said, the one thing I want more of here is snare. If we listen to this track, I think the snare can slap a lot harder. If we maybe pull back the kick and eliminate some of the frequencies from that overdrive or whatever kind of distortion we're using on the kick, we eliminate some of the frequencies that are competing with the snare, and then we give the snare more power. Maybe we boost like the 1 to 2K range in the EQ. Listen to the snare. And when I say snare, it's like a muffled clap. So whether we want to take the filter off of that, or whether we want to just boost it in the 1 to 2K range, or if we want to layer it with an actual snare that gives us more of that, and then we can let this filtered clap or snare do its thing towards the background. I think that's the only thing it's missing. This is such a driving song that we really need a snare to really complement that heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. We need we need it to just really stand out. If the drums are going to be the hero, the star over the melody, the dun 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 dun. If the drums are going to be the hero, then we need drums that are heroes. And that snare is an invaluable piece of that drum puzzle. So that is the one thing I want more of. I want more snare. Other than that, I love the drive. Love the melody line that's hidden under there until we bring it out in this really dynamic bridge. Give us a break from those kicks. Let that melody shine there. And then the one thing I want more of is just a snare that hits harder. That doesn't mean we turn it up. In fact, I think that means we turn the bass kick down, including EQing out some of the frequencies that are fighting with your clap snare. And then maybe pulling the filter every couple of bars, if that's what we have, a filtered clap. So those are my thoughts.
Gooey Demise, the non-explicit version for DJT. Everyone should jump on over to BandLab and follow at neon_shadowworks. And I dig this track. Boom. We got to make sure we do that. Make sure you follow neon_shadowworks. And you know what? While you're over there, go ahead and follow DJ Tatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, I'll be over here celebrating my birthday and consuming coffee. And then I think I have a free coffee at Starbucks because it's my birthday. Did I mention that? And then maybe I'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings because I have some free wings there because it's my birthday. And then I'll eat some rainbow chip cake later.
I love you, oh loves. Do you have thoughts? Do you wanna share them with me? I love you, oh loves. Oh, do you have thoughts? I'd like to share mine with you. Can we share? I'm gonna spread a